Wednesday morning. It is oh so beautiful outside. 8 o'clock on the dot. I'm WESH 2 First Warning meteorologist Eric Burris. This is Coffee Talk. We get together 7 days a week to chat about what's going on in the world of weather. Hopefully get your day started off updated and infiltrated with positivity and a little bit of coffee, for God's sake. So before we do anything more, let's take a minute and hit that old Campeche. Okay, now we can move on with our day. All right, top two things we're monitoring this morning. First off, cool sunshine. It's beautiful out the door this morning. Not as chilly as it's been, but looking ahead to the extended forecast, there are hints of summer ahead. So just get ready for that. A live look, Daytona Beach. Look how beautiful that shot is. Some clouds in the distance, no rainfall whatsoever. First warning live Doppler radar. That's bugs and you kind of see bugs and birds and all that other stuff. Kind of neat. One of the ways that we could tell is using what we refer to as the correlation coefficient meteorologically, but on the air, I think we call it like the debris tracker. If this was red, it would be rain. That's not rain. So what you're seeing on first warning live Doppler radar is particulates of another kind. Fascinating, as Leonard Nimoy would say. 62 degrees out the door in Orlando. It's 57 in Leesburg, 56 in the Villages, 52 degrees in Ocala. It's beautiful around all of town, and we are headed into gorgeous territory through the day ahead, right? Temperatures today climbing into the 70s around lunchtime. Very nice. But we'll be into the lower 80s before all is said and done. 82 degrees, our high temperature on the day. Today, at least in the metro. We look around the rest of town, and some areas will get a little warmer. 83 out in like Wedgefield, Bithlo, 83 in Sanford. Upper 70s back over to Volusia, Flagler, but lower 80s for basically the rest of us. So it's a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous forecast. You ready for more beautiful weather? Yeah. Milder air today. We kind of start to tick warm for tomorrow. And then looking ahead to our Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, cold front goes up and around us. So we're just sitting hot. It's going to be a toasty couple of days in the area, right? So today we're in the lower 80s, but look where we're headed over the next couple of days. 88 and 89. Judy says, I hate summer. We're not there yet, but we're getting little hints of it, right? Little teases of it, right? Right? Charles, good morning. Heading down to Sebring for the 12-hour race this weekend. We'll be at the track the next few days. Loving this forecast. Yeah, it's going to be great outdoor weather, right? No matter what you're doing, no matter where you go, it is going to be just beautiful, beautiful weather. So I do hope that we all find an opportunity to go outside and enjoy. Why? What's going on? Well, upstairs meteorologically, this upper level ridge sets up, and thus we start to watch those temperatures climbing, right? I mean, it's going to be toasty warm. A couple of things that I think are pretty interesting. Okay, there's a lot meteorologically to discuss here, but I think that there's a couple of things that are interesting. First off, with the temperatures warming the way that they are, our weekend, and it's a holiday weekend, our weekend forecast is looking great. If you've got plans, maybe an isolated shower for Sunday. Otherwise, for our St. Patrick's Day weekend, it is a mix of clouds and sunshine, highs in the 80s. Now, that said, kind of interesting, okay? For the next couple of days, 6 out of the next 7 days do bring with them warmer than average temperatures. But we do have a cool front moving our direction eventually, okay? So let's dial in Central Florida's most accurate 7-day forecast. Let's just kind of get a lay of the land, and then we can kind of get in depth from there. So for today, it's 82. For tomorrow, it's 85 degrees. Then we get into the upper range of the 80s, Friday, Saturday, St. Patrick's Day, Sunday, an isolated shower. Notice Monday, right? Monday we get into some thunderstorms. That's going to be our next weather maker, okay? Let me just back Futurecast up. This is 7 o'clock on Sunday. First off, notice a southwest wind over us. That's a warm wind. Then that front starts approaching, and the next weather maker arrives, right? Into early next week, Scattered showers, thunder showers even possible. Sunday late into Monday. That's kind of what we're looking at here. All right. So the good news is that we're not looking at any kind of a massive shift, but there is definitely going to be that opportunity for some rainfall there, right? So, in terms of like strength, it's not, we're not like in a situation to really dial into that, but there's some moisture around, right? But then like it throws the pendulum, because if you think about it, like Sunday, let's just take Sunday for example, all right? Orlando, I'm not expecting a record. Forecast is 80. I mean, it's going to be hot. 89 is the forecast. 93 is the record. But like Sanford, Leesburg, I think you're probably going to challenge records. Melbourne will probably challenge a record. So St. Patrick's Day is going to be warm. But then the pendulum swings. That roller coaster drops. And by Tuesday afternoon, high temperatures are back in the mid-70s. Now, there's a couple of things to remember here. First thing, it's mid-March. Beware the Ides of March. Okay, right? So it's mid-March. So there's that. But take it beyond that, okay? It's also that battle of winter and spring. And what we notice this time of year is cold fronts still arrive. They're not as impactful. They're not as long-lasting. They're not as significant, right? So when December, January, and even February, a cold front would drop high temperatures into the 50s and 60s, this time around, it drops temperatures into the 70s, right? Morning lows will be cool, but it does have some impacts. Now, a couple of interesting things. So this then made me look. Now, let me dial back up the 7-day forecast, okay? Because I want to put you in the same headspace that I was in. All right, so looking at the 7-day forecast, I was looking at this and I was talking to Manolfi, and like, it's no surprise. Like, part of my job is to try and make weather interesting. And if this is a surprise to you, then I'm glad to enlighten you. But like, the idea is like, the weather is the weather. You can get the weather on the phone. Not a surprise. But it's my job to look at this and to be like, all right, how can I make the weather interesting? So in looking at this 7-day forecast, I was chatting with Manolfi and I'm like, man, we got a lot of warmth and we've got a weak front. I have an idea. When do we stop getting into a chill? And it's funny because it was almost like a parent, because I was like, I have an idea. And he's like, all right, okay, you can do that. And then I'm like, Manolfi, I didn't ask for permission. I was just asking if it's a good idea, because you have to know the dynamic. Anyway, so my idea was, in looking at this 7-day forecast, I'm like, all right, I don't see any temperatures in the 40s, right? Like that next cold front that comes in on Tuesday, at least, when you look at it, that morning low, that's 58. Now, we may get into lower 50s, but like the last cold front didn't have it. So then it made me wonder. Here we are. It's March 13th. When do we stop getting temperatures in the 40s? And so I went and did some digging. And I think that it's kind of an interesting little statistic, okay? So in reference to temperatures in the 40s, morning lows in the 40s, the normal climatological last day for that is April 8th. But 2023 and 2022, they ended in mid-March, super early. So I do think it's kind of an interesting little statistic that, we'll see. Could we be done with temperatures in the 40s for the year? It's possible. You'd love to hear Tony Manolfi's impression of me? Let's see if we can call him on the phone, and let's see if we can get him to make fun of me. Let's see. Poor guy's probably sleeping. Climatological.
What are you doing?
Hey, I'm live. Can I ask you a question live on Coffee Talk?
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, first off, good morning.
Good morning.
So I'm sharing the story about the temperatures in the 40s graphic,
Mm.
and I was making fun of you about how you were like parenting me. And so somebody had said, because I did it in my making fun of Manalfi voice,
Uh-huh.
and so somebody asked if you have a making fun of Eric voice, and I was like, well, we gotta ask.
I don't. No, I really don't. I don't think. Do I?
I've never heard it. I think when you try to make fun of me, you just try to act like a moron, like, oh, I don't really know what to do, but it's still in like I'm in the Manalfi voice, you know, like. I didn't wake you up, did I?
Oh no.
Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. Okay.
It's me and Sally going for a walk.
Okay. All right. All right. So you don't have a voice. Well, that's. We need to work on your impressions.
I don't really have it. No. I only do that with my kids.
You only do that with your kids? So what you're saying is you only do it with people you love.
No, you're not like. No. What I'm saying is, I don't need to parent you. You're good, man.
You're just what you are is you're just my really annoying older brother, I think.
You should tell them the story about the laptop yesterday.
Which part? Go ahead, Tony.
Hit the right button. Hit the left button.
Oh.
I like the tractor.
Yeah. In this moment, okay, so Tony and I are working on laptops in the weather department, and I'm just like, have you ever used a laptop in your life?
I use a mouse, okay?
And it shows you don't know how to use anything but a mouse.
Hey, what's wrong with that? I get the job done.
Barely. All right, love you. Go. Enjoy your walk. I'll call you later.
I'll give you barely. Get back to work and do something useful, okay?
Bye, buddy.
Yeah.
Tony Manalfi, everybody. Taylor says he's lying. He just woke up. Usually, when he wakes up, he's like, hello, bada bing, cannoli, gabagool. Like, you could tell when Manalfi just wakes up. Anyway. It was funny because I'm like, what are you doing with this trackpad? And he's like, bada bing, I'm trying to get it to work. Tony's impression of Eric, bada bing, you're a pain in the tuchus. This is correct. I love that guy. I'm serious. I love that guy. All right, do something useful, right? That's how you know. All right, so anyway, I train back on the tracks. So, kind of a fun little detour, but at any rate, we may or may not. Was it you, Kelly? I can't even remember if it was you. I'm sorry. Kel's bada bing is a bada bing. I think it's kind of interesting when you think about it. Like he's a very good sport. I think that it is interesting that the normal last morning in the 40s is in like early to mid-April, but last couple of years it ended right about now. So are we done with the chill? It's possible. It's definitely possible. Yeah. Taylor. Yeah, my actual much older brother. Yeah, my actual much older brother is much, much older. Much older. Yeah, I know I'm not good at impressions. My buddy Stephen Holt can do impressions like you've never met, like you've never experienced in your life. Yeah. Allison, a few weeks ago you talked about storms coming up, and I put on my calendar storms next weekend. Is that still a thing? I suppose we can go look at the old computer models, shall we? All right, let me dial it up. All right, so let's take a look at the old computer models. Here's the GFS as we sit right now. Kind of fair weather, not too bad. Got lowering pressure coming in. That's Saturday, Sunday. Definitely lowered pressure into Monday, so that's where we're going to be getting our showers and thunder showers around, right? Anne-Marie says you two have a great friendship. Yeah, I mean, I've I've considered him one of my dearest friends for more than half my life now. All right, so that moves out. Mid next week looks beautiful. Little storm system there. Look at that little goober right there. Gulf of Mexico. Storm system crossing Big Bend and moving out around the Carolinas. So yeah, to answer your question, yep, there it is right there. That's Friday afternoon. That's like late morning, but Friday afternoon into Saturday. There's Saturday night. There's Sunday. And then what are you? Big honking cold front around the 26th. And then high pressure moves in. I mean, that cold front, I'm curious what the GFS is going with for temperatures. Temperature anomaly. Yeah, look at that chill. Look at that chill coming in there. Late March. That's kind of fun. Yeah. Robert, Eric, are you using a mouse on your laptop? Here's the thing, okay? My laptop is configured like a desktop right now. So yes, but when I'm not at my desk, when I'm in my back patio or when I'm in my car, I use the trackpad. It was just funny because to see like, what do you mean I got a right click? What do you mean I got a left click? That's all. That's all. It was like, oh my God, Manolfi, you're adorable. So yes, that storm system for next weekend is still very much on schedule. Very much on schedule. You know what else is on schedule though? Blah. Oh yeah, well, it would help if I had hit the button. Hold on. Blah. The pollen. Yeah. Pollen levels, allergen levels, still running high. We're there, full on allergy season, spring, blah, all that. Lauren, there's an air show at the Flagler Airport on the 23rd, 24th, so that's a no-go. My 3-year-old would be so upset. He's obsessed with planes. First off, Lauren, if you can't tell, I too am obsessed with aviation. I'm not saying it's a good no-go yet. I'm just saying at the moment in time, there's moisture in the forecast, right? And we could really do a deep dive into that. Stand by, turning things around. All right, so let's do a deep dive. Hold on. We'll go back to we'll go to precipitation. And I mean, it's showing areas of like 1 to 1.5 inches of rain, That's But for that rain event itself, like there's Thursday, Friday showers moving in. I mean, at the moment, it looks like the rain wants to come through Thursday, Friday. And then by Saturday, Sunday, just a few lingering showers. So yeah, it looks like most of the rain is going to be on Friday the 22nd. So again, it's too early to like dial in on specificity, but there's stuff to watch. That's about where we're at. There's stuff to watch. All right, and what about I've not heard of that air show, so tell me more about. I have to learn about it. When I bought my truck, it was black. This morning, it's yellow. Well, you just need to wash it. I mean, my car's white, turning yellow. Yeah. There's a car show in Oviedo Saturday benefiting Otter Flight Florida. Usually has a Warbird flyer. Oh, that's fun, and a good cause too. The Honor Flight, if you don't know about it, that's a really, really worthy cause. This winter has been strange. I've mowed my yard 5 times. My grass is still growing. Interesting. I think I've mowed it twice. I definitely need to go mow my backyard. John Williams, love your music. Good coffee talk morning to you all from the West Central Coast. Good morning to you. Today, day 13 of my birthday month celebration. Oh dear, Debbie. Oh dear. Turning 21 this year, are we? Somebody has in our midst has won the lottery and they want to use it to help those in need. We just have to DM them as I block them. Sorry. Lots of planes at Ocala Airport yesterday with OBS horse sales. Fun lunch at Elevation 89 watching all. Huh, very cool. Yeah. Warbirds over Flagler. Let's Google Warbirds over Flagler. Warbirds over Flagler. Huh. Warbirds over Flagler. Saturday, March 23rd, Sunday, March 24th. Schedule of events. Static displays, flag, Warbird parade flyby, RC craft, Warbird. Hey, that's cool, man. Well, we'll have to put together a graphic for that event. Didn't know. Who knew? Taylor says 21 again. Don't ruin my chances. Mama's struggling over here. Oh, Taylor. You know I love you. Too funny. Too funny. I love it. All right, so that's kind of where we're at. We've got a nice stretch of weather, a couple of opportunities for rain, but everything's on par for where we should be. The cycling is on cycle. Everything's happening where and when we're expecting it to be. And one thing I want to point out too, because we've got those warmer temperatures, the beach, while today, air temperatures are coolish, but I want you to notice kind of a pretty significant change. Look at that surf temperature. Still chilly, 68, 69 degrees. But it's warming. It was the mid-60s. Now it's the upper 60s. It'll be the 70s. So we're starting that trend more and more to where we should be in the comfortable category of the ocean temperatures, which means that, into the next few weeks, we're going to be able to go play at the beach. Nathan, can I throw out a shameless plug for Saturday, St. Patty's Day Eve? Yeah. Why not? I don't care. Go for it. Janice, when do I turn 40? I beg your pardon. These wrinkles are not that of a almost 40. Yeah, they are. They totally are. End of April. Yeah, I turned 40 the end of April, so we're not there yet. Yeah. Have you done a long-range retrospective that I missed to see how the model did against reality last year? As far as, my long-range forecast? I've definitely looked and case-studied my long-range forecast, if that's what you're asking. And you have no wrinkles. Are you kidding me? The camera, I think, softens my face a little bit. This camera, okay. You want to talk about like using mouse and stuff. So I use a webcam at my desk because I have a 2-monitor setup. My weather computer's on my right side and I talk to you on my left side. This camera, I think, softens my face. Because if you see me do coffee talk away from this desk, it's using my laptop camera. That puppy makes me look like I'm ancient. And I think it's because this camera, this is a Logitech. I don't know if they've got some sort of filter. But this camera does not make me look so terrible. But the second I go on my laptop camera, it makes me look terrible. So I think this has some sort of a filter on it to soften it. Believe it or not, the studio cameras that we use, Sony and Panasonic have put in, and Ikegami and all those companies, they put in a subtle filter to soften skin tones so that you don't see all the wrinkles. But believe me when I tell you, my laptop, my MacBook camera, shows all the wrinkles. This one softens it up. Jan says, I see your goose egg went down. Yeah, it's there, but it's not as bad as it was. I walked into a wing flap the other day, pre-flighting the airplane, so that was fun. Matt, your airplane bump looks better. Mike, by the way, the bump on your head healed nicely. Yes, it did. Thanks, guys. It's not black and blue anymore. This is what happens when you share too much about yourself. Everybody knows everything about yourself. Webcam softens goose eggs. No, I think the laptop camera definitely still showed it beautifully. Cool. Sunday we'll be doing fun things on St. Patty's Day as well. Lots of fun. Saturday, though, and Tobar Irish Pub. I mean, that sounds fun. This Saturday I'll be at Tanger Outlets in Daytona. Have my jewelry booth set up near I Love Sugar and Clark Shoes. Come visit me 10 to 5. That sounds fun, Debbie. Love that. Webcam softens goose eggs. Stop headbutting airplanes like an old school 80s wrestler. Dear God, what a mess I am, y'all. What a mess. I need to be here too. Yeah, Bruce says better the wing than a propeller. Propeller wasn't spinning, but yes, agreed. 100% agreed. Stupid injuries increase as we get older, John says. Yeah. Gisela says taking the kids to the Brevard Zoo today. Excited for a beautiful day. I mean, look at that forecast. It absolutely is a beautiful day. Bruce is talking about old coots out this weekend. Love that at the Oviedo Farmers Market. Love that. Hey, I will say I'm proud of UCF and Cincinnati basketball this season. Much better than our football season. Hey, man, listen. UCF won yesterday. Hopefully we'll have another great game today. It's been fun to watch basketball. It's fun. It's fun. And Nathan, we'll always have our UCF Cincinnati thing, but we can still be friends because at the end of the day, mature people can disagree on things and still love each other, right? Which I think is something missing in society. I don't care what you think and you don't care what I think. Let's just agree that we are different people and still love each other. I'm not just saying to you, Nathan, but like in general, societally. Don't have to fight. Steph, sorry late to the party today. Did you take the boys to see the Beluga? No, I worked late and no. Samuel says UCF plays BYU today. Go Knights. Oh, it's going to be so fun. Go Knights, charge on. So fun. So fun. This year for football, we will be at UCF, so you know I'll be there. Can't wait. Well, Nathan, I've got my season tickets are locked in. That game is October the 12th. Listen, my desktop wallpaper, this shouldn't surprise anybody. My desktop wallpaper is UCF. Oh, don't go fade away. Is UCF. It's the schedule. Yeah, that's my phone wallpaper. Which maybe I should be a better parent and have like my family on there, but my phones, if you look at my various desktops, this is actually embarrassing. Like if you look at my various phone desktops, it's like it's UCF, it's Starship, it's the space shuttle, old UCF, Stella, NASA, older UCF, downtown Orlando. There's family in there too. Don't you worry. There's family in there too, but it's, it's not their fault. Oh well. Oliver says 100% true. The ability to agree to disagree and remain civil has almost disappeared, right? And I'm not talking just politics. I'm talking about life. We're okay if we disagree. Destiny says I'm a Gator by heart, a Sooner by force, and a UCF Knight starting in the fall. I love all of this. If anybody here is the definition of agreeing to disagree internally, I would say that's Destiny. A Gator by heart, a Sooner by force, a UCF Knight in the fall. Like, you're all over the spectrum there. Can you look at the long-range forecast for the eclipse? When is that again? Yes, we can, if you remind me when it is. It's April, 19th? Something like that? Is that when it is? Also, yeah, I see you. Starship launches tomorrow. Oh my God, I cannot wait for that. Is it April 8th? All right, hold on, let's look. April 8th. So it'll be the 22nd. Okay. All right, so this is about the setup. Oy vey. I haven't done the graphics yet for it, so like I don't even have it memorized like where it is, but it looks like there's going to be some sort of a Gulf low. So it looks at the moment like the best weather would be up around Ohio, if I remember that's in the trajectory. If I remember correctly. I remember the old saying, you can have peace or you can be right. I think that goes so well in the marriage too. Like, right? John, David? You can have peace, you can be right. Like, do you want to sit and pick this hill to die on, or do we just want to agree that it's okay that we disagree on things? I'm not saying that this is like a thing, but I do know any one of us that have ever been in a long-term type relationship know, don't sweat the small stuff and agree to disagree. Right? Sheesh McGeesh. You should our house during football season. You should see our house during football season. My parents are FSU fans. Oh my God, that's so funny. Denise says Gator and Knight fan. Went to UCF, but always a Gator fan too, but hubby is a Georgia fan. You know what us UCF Knight fans used to say? I don't even want to say it because it's too bad. About Gator fans or FSU fans. I'm not even going to say it. Anyway, I believe the launch is early tomorrow. It's weather permitting. I was looking at the models. The models for the Starship launch didn't look great. Let me pull up the GFS for tomorrow. Don't sweat the petty stuff and don't pet the sweaty stuff. Oh, you Gavolt, that's taking it. All right, we can do Futurecast. All right, give me 2 seconds. I'm going to turn Futurecast around. Cindy, well, that was mean to tease it and not say it. Half the time when I say something and that's mean to tease, it's because I don't actually have the answer. I just said it, and I think it's funnier to just leave it out there and let your mind go down the path of what was he trying to say. Most of the time, I do that constantly in my life. All right, delete the keyframe. All right, so this is Futurecast. What I'm going to do, turn it around, widen the shot. Let's bring it over to Texas. All right, so South Texas, tomorrow, Starship launch. Do we know what time they're trying to launch it? Do we have an idea? Do we know? Does anybody know what time the Starship launches? Yeah. Is Starship launch here in Florida yet? I know they're building launch pad. They've built the launch pad, but no, they're still testing it in South Texas. So that's why we're looking at South Texas. 7:45 a.m. Is that Eastern time or is that 7:45 a.m. Central time? Cindy, you let our minds go down a path of our own. You have met us, right? How is that even close to a good idea? It's not, but it's a part of my charm. All right. So it's Central. So it'd be like 8:30 Eastern time. All right. So this is Thursday. So there's going to be a lot of clouds, right? Which should be good. But let's look at wind. Add data text. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put, and I'm not going to make this pretty. And let's do grid data, Futurecast, location, pick on map. Done. That's temperature. Let's do wind. I just want to look and see okay, wind speed. What? Oh, that's at 850 millibars. I'm like, what? Okay, so 10 miles an hour. What about gust speed? I mean, that doesn't look too bad. Yeah, so it looks like the winds will be gusty overnight, right? 4 a.m. And then by 6 a.m., you see the wind gusts calming. Okay. All right, so it's looking better and better. There's going to be clouds, lots of clouds over South Texas tomorrow. I was wrong at 7:30 Eastern, so it's a little bit breezier. We'll see. We'll see. So there you go. There's the answer. Clouds and breezy. But if it's anything, and I don't know what their goal is. So when we look at launch weather criteria, like for the Falcon 9, the pad winds are 30 mile an hour. So, of course, Starship's different. Hopefully will be, it doesn't, gusting to 18 I think is fine. So the clouds are the only thing, depending on how thick they are, that sort of thing, because clouds can trigger lightning and you don't want lightning to strike an untested rocket like this. So we'll have to see how this plays out. And we will. And holy crap, am I excited. I'm not even worried about it. Because it's going to be a good show no matter what. I'm going to be wearing my Starship t-shirt tomorrow. I have to. And if you... Here, this is the shirt that copy image address. This is the shirt that I'm talking about. I bought this shirt after the first Starship mission. That's the shirt I bought. I'll be wearing that if it's going to launch. If it still looks like it's going to launch. And if you, what I love about this shirt is if you know, then you know what that is. If you don't know, then you just think that that's like an awkward smiley face. So it kind of works. Like people think People think it's a smiley face. But if you know what that is. So I don't usually wear t-shirts anymore on Coffee Talk. But if it looks like that puppy's going to go, that's the shirt I'm going to be wearing tomorrow. Yeah, Oliver says, that's funny. If you know, you know. Matt says, lots of Raptor engines not working. Uh-huh. And it just is, when I saw this shirt, I was like, oh my God, I have to buy it. And there's a bunch of people that sell it. 33 minus some broken edges. Yeah, right. So anyway, when is it? It's the rock. Yeah, Kurt. Yeah, that's the rock. That's the bottom of the first Starship when the engines like were shutting off one by one. So yeah. Funny. Very funny. All right. Enough. That's cool. I actually know. See, Nicole, you're a nerd, babe. See? John says, showing my age, say Starship to me when I think Jefferson Airplane changed it. I know. I get it. All right. Questions, comments, concerns, anything. I'm talking. I got to go see Mom, and then I got to go to work. I think I'm only doing the noon news today. I think Cam is back for the 4. I think. So, okay. So, depending on that, we'll make a play for Coffee Talk tomorrow. And yes, Chris, you are. We'll make a play for Coffee Talk tomorrow and do what we can. We'll do, if it's somebody posted the link. Hold on, let me click the link and see what it says. I haven't looked at the exact time. Okay, so it got regulatory approval, I think. So I set up a live stream that begins at Thursday. So 7:30 a.m. So the launch would be right at about 8 a.m. So my goal then, if the launch is at 8 a.m. or what have you, we'll be streaming the launch on Coffee Talk. Now, I need you to know a couple of things here. I dropped the kids off at school. Well, I dropped Alexander off at school. So I don't get home until like 7:45. So it may be that I don't know. I'll have to figure this out. Don't worry. I'll figure something out. My goal will be to live stream it. We'll figure it out. Don't you worry. We'll figure it out. Even if I have to live stream it, stop. Like I can live stream it remotely from Wesh, then stop it, and then start Coffee Talk. That's probably what I'll have to do. We'll figure it out. But we'll get it all done, okay? Holy crow. That's going to be cool as heck. But I can't do live Coffee Talk coverage because I'm going to be doing the dad thing. But I can click the live stream button of their coverage. We'll figure it out. All right. Enough. Lower 80s today, but we're headed to near 90 the next couple of days. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you so much for hanging out for Coffee Talk. Tomorrow, hopefully, we'll have a Starship launch. Sound good? All right. Take care, y'all.